Hello. Just bear with me. On the wrong thing. Hello. Right, yeah, the part of the audio is already on, so you should be able to include your audio, guys. Right. Okay. Uh, Hello, right there, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday Night with Hilly, and we are here for WAOF1, round 10 of the season, and we're at what is normally the first race of the season, so it's all a little bit sort of strange, and it's Bahrain, where we're doing full qualifying, 50% race, which is 29 laps. Now, I have gone to the trouble of getting in the legendary Ozers, and, well, um, and the these guys have joined me. So basically, I'm speaking to Ozers tonight, but Wells joined me as an interpreter, so I know what's going on. Um, right, okay. Hello, Ozers. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Now, what does he say? Well,
Nah,
I think you said hello.
oh right, okay. Hello.
I'm not too
Um,
sure myself.
no,
No,
you
no,
are the
no.
worst interpreter ever, Will.
I
I'm not.
wasn't listening.
You
I'm
weren't
not.
even.
He is a
Try
terrible
again.
interpreter. That is, yeah. You've lit. I know. That's it.
He
You're
needs. He
sacked.
needs sacked. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, no, I'm only joking. Of course, I can pretty much understand everything you say, Ozo. So we're absolutely fine. Don't you worry.
Pretty much.
And I kind of feel that
Pretty
if I
much.
carry
Yeah.
on, if I kind of carry on with that narrative, that we may be straying into the sort of racist against Scottish people sort of territory, and I don't want to do that. So, uh, right. Anyway, how the devil are you? Well,
I'm not too bad. Yeah, looking forward to this.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
good
alright.
track for
Yeah,
you too.
hope so. I
I do
Well,
like a bit
can't
of
really
luck.
Will
remember, to
told
be
me
honest.
that my pace wasn't good. So,
I
but
saw.
I'm not sure if he's just
I
not got a clue
was
if
only
that's good or
joking. I haven't
not.
got a clue.
Okay, you haven't got a clue. Okay. So, I mean, it felt good for me at least. So
Was
I
the
guess
the
we'll see.
time that you put up with full fuel, like race fuel?
Yes.
Then you're probably not too far off. In all fairness,
Okay.
um,
Yeah,
so it's not too
if I
bad.
was setting that in like Q1 and stuff, I'd be worried. But
Yeah, yeah. I'd be worried while you're on hard tires in Q1. To be fair, but yeah, no, yeah. You're not far off. I think you'll find your top guys are obviously quicker, but you should be competitive with that. So you'll be all right. Um, yeah. So what are we expecting qualifying wise out of you two tonight?
Uh, it's the big games,
I mean,
really. The
I
main
I
aim.
hope for a Q3, but it's you just never know when it comes to me. But yeah, Q3's the aim, but I think a top 12 just I think is a safe bet. Hopefully,
Okay, so you're sort of expecting top 12, but you're sort of
I'm
you're
aiming
hoping
for
for a
Q3.
Q3. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you've been a Q3 regular for, well, whenever you've
quite
been here really
last
this
few. Yeah.
season. So I think only like twice have you not made Q3 or something like that. So you've done well in qualifying. It's dropped off a bit in the race, but hopefully that'll turn around for you tonight. Whereas the opposite could be said for Whale. You seem to be struggling to make Q3 at the moment. But you do all
Really?
right in the races. So, well, I think so. Yeah, I think
Well,
you've
yeah,
been
I
struggling.
apologize.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise that.
Did you not?
Fair enough.
Yeah, well, take a look. I think you'll find that you've not made
I will.
Q3 on more times than you've made it. So,
Oh,
um,
I didn't know
I
that.
mean,
Sorry.
if I
Wrong.
actually did research on these facts, I'd be able to tell you. But yeah, no, I just do it off the top of
Hmm.
my head.
I'm not. I don't know. It's all about consistency, isn't it? I tend to have zero
Yeah,
pace, but people in front of me just take each other out. So
yeah. It's not just that. Your
it's
actual
all
race pace is good. Your race pace is good because once you're there, you stay there. You don't drop down. So yeah, I think your
true.
race pace is good. It's just I
Thank
don't
you.
know, maybe
Not as good as yours, though. Eh?
a little bit nervous maybe in
Nervous.
qualifying. I don't know. Yeah.
I get nervous.
So yeah, I did hear you say not as good as mine, but well, yeah, times have changed. Well, you used to be faster than me.
I know.
Remember the championship win in HRF1?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, we're the best teammate in the world.
Not
Um,
anymore.
no,
Never mind.
no. Oh well, never mind. Things change, and it's only practice. It's having the time to do it now. That's all. Okay, let's come to the. Oh, my cat's just joined me. Hello, Misty. Let's come to the fun bit, shall we? So,
Oh God.
what we've been doing, Ozers. So we're basically having a random conversation. Okay, so I've got my 2 bowls out. Okay, and all I want you to do is pick left or right.
Right.
Right bowl. You're the first. I think you might be the first person to pick right bowl.
Well, left is always the wrong
Everybody
choice.
seems to prefer my left bowl, but I don't know why. Strange. Okay, let's have a little rummage and pull it out. And what do we have? We have, okay, general topic. So it's sweets.
Sweets.
So yeah, I think last week I had cakes with someone, and this week we've got sweets. So yeah, so I think what this actually means is sweets like fruit pastels or fruit gums or whatever like that, those sorts of things.
Lovely.
Okay, so let's start with Ozers then, things you picked. So Ozers, what's your favourite sweets?
Favourites? I mean, I'm not sure I have much sweets anymore.
Are you grown up now? Oh,
Well, it's more to do with the fact that I'm now
yes.
diabetic. Yeah. So
Yeah. Have you tried the diabetic sweets
no.
that you can get?
But I think I remember you talking about them, and you said that they were really
horrendous.
bad. Yeah.
Honestly, and they will make you fart and belch like you've never known. So, I would stay away from them. But yeah, you can usually get away with having some.
I guess, yeah, but I just haven't really. I mean, to be fair, diagnosis, I don't think so. Sweets were really my sort of thing anyway.
Really.
To be honest with you.
So what about as a kid? Didn't you just get a pick and mix?
Okay, I did love a pick and mix when we go to the cinema. That was.
See. So what
was
about in there then?
favourite.
What would have been your favourite thing to put in your pick and mix?
Oh, favourite thing. So I don't do it anymore, but they used to have this like brownie fudge.
Yeah.
That was top tier, but they've stopped doing it now. But I mean,
Right.
I can't really have too much of it now anyway. But
No.
even still, yeah, they've stopped doing it, so they've kind of just taken all the fun out of it.
Oh, fair enough. What about you then, Whale? Favourite sweets?
Squashies.
Squashies. What are squashies? I don't know what squashies are.
What
Yeah,
are
I don't.
squashies?
I don't know what squashies are.
Drumsticks. Drumsticks?
What?
I don't know.
Okay, I know what a drumstick is.
Come on.
Oh,
You don't know what
drums- like
squashies are?
the lollipops.
Yeah, but they're like less chewy and soft.
I've never heard of a squashy. Never
Never heard of
in my
squashy.
life have I heard of a squashy. No. I've heard of drumsticks, but not squashies. No, I think this must be local to you in
Squashy. Let's have a look here on Google.
your weird lands.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
I'm
Operator
fuming.
operator
Not
likes
the
cola
sport.
cubes. So operator likes cola cubes all day long. So there you go. I don't mind cola cubes. They're a bit hard, but yeah, they're not too bad. Yeah, I think actually from me, I think I'd say Moam's probably my favourite. Yogurty sweets. There's too many though. There's so many. I like cola bottles.
Yeah.
Well, there's Haribo. Pretty much anything in Haribo Star Mix. Not the other ones. Not the other mixes they do. But the what do I like? Lace. Oh yeah, laces. I like the laces and the strawberry, like the straws with the, like the with the white whatever it's called inside, and then yeah. So look, I just like sweets. I just like sweets in general. So
everything that you name there, Hilly, I hate.
Oh really? No way.
Yeah, I am not a fan of any of those.
Oh no! Oh man! I feel so sorry for you. Right. Okay. What about I don't know. I can't think of any other questions in terms of sweets. Can you guys think of a question for sweets? Sweets.
Um,
All right. Let's go the other way about it then, because it's a really general topic. So rather than thinking about sweets like bonbons and stuff, what about actual like after meal sweets? So you have your, like I've got a chocolate trifle in the fridge, that sort of sweet.
chocolate.
What What would be your pudding? What's your favourite pudding?
Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
Ben and
Oh,
Jerry's ice
That is
cream.
a
Which
good
flavour?
shout.
fish food.
Oh,
Which one?
that is
Fish
top
food.
tier.
Fish food.
I've not had
Yeah.
that in ages.
I've
Fish food
never
is
heard
the
of this
boy.
flavour. Right.
Hilly,
Never heard of it.
that is the boy.
Oh man.
I've never had Ben and Jerry's ice cream, so I
It
don't
is.
know.
It's expensive. I think for
Yeah.
for the amount in which you like get in the tub, but it's.
It's
Actually, I
tasty.
might go as far to say it's the best ice cream out there. I mean,
Oh,
at
easily.
least that I could think of.
Up
Yeah,
there
well,
for sure.
Haagen-Dazs is probably a big name in that sort of thing, but I've never had that either. So I always just get like the tub of the whatever supermarket you're in, the homemade like the brand. But yeah, all right. What about you, Ozos? What's your favourite after meal dessert? Which you're not allowed to eat, of course, but
Well, back obviously pre thingy, I probably would have said I did like a Yorkie,
a
or
Yorkie.
even like Jaffa cakes as well. They were a personal favorite of mine. Loved,
Okay,
loved, loved me a Jaffa cake.
yeah. Is it a cake or a biscuit?
See, I always see
Oh,
people ask this. I don't really know what the definition is of a biscuit slash cake. I just say it's a cake because it's got cake in the name. But
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is a cake. I do know the
is it a cake?
definition.
Okay.
I actually do know this. This was on QI, so I do know this. The definition of a biscuit is something which is hard, but when it goes off, it goes soft. Whereas a cake is the
Oh,
opposite way
Jaffa,
round, so it's
Jaffa cake's
soft,
opposite.
but
Yeah.
when it goes bad, it goes hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's a cake. That's the actual definition of what the difference is. So there you go.
So-
We learned something
How
every
can
day.
people try and argue that it's a biscuit then?
I've no idea because they're morons. I've got no idea. um, operator Pavlova with fresh cream and fruit. Ooh, that is nice. Mint chocolate chip for ice cream. I've always liked my mint chocolate
Oh,
chip.
yeah.
Next to it.
can't beat strawberry. Oh.
No.
Nah,
We're counting down, so we best go back to the F1 a minute. What in terms of? I've already asked you about qualifying. So what were you hoping for in the race? Well,
I was fourth last week, so go for the same again.
nice. Aim high. I think I like
Oh.
that. No operator. Sorry, no operator. He's literally here chatting to us, and I meant to say no Carsey or Mamo tonight. So is it Mamo or Meatborough?
Mama.
Ammo.
It's
Meatball
Mamo.
hasn't raced for years.
Hasn't he? Oh right, okay.
To be fair, it wasn't in
But
a
to be fair,
start.
I always used to get Mamo and Meatball mixed up, so it's only right that I'm not sure. Yeah, so no Carsey or Mamo tonight, so
No.
perhaps you can turn that into a podium, mate.
Well, don't get your hopes up.
Ramon's still here tonight, and he's quite rapid now.
Oh, he is actually, isn't he? Yeah.
In Racing JC, I'm not sure what his pace is like because I've not seen him in a while, but
So,
Yes.
I'm assuming he'll be
Ozers,
still quick.
Ozers, for you then, for race performance, you've already said you'd like a Q3 in qualifying, but for race performance, is it just a case of trying and hold on to that top 10 this week?
I was about to say, I mean, it's all when it comes to pretty much qualifying and racing me around every track, it's just aim for Q3 and aim for a top 10.
Yeah.
And then anything more than like P9 and upwards is just a bonus, really.
Yeah.
So I'd be happy with a top 10. If I have a genuinely really good race, like there's no spins, I've done well, I've done it as well as I know I could have, and I'm still out the top 10. I still think it's a good race anyway, because I
Yeah.
did the best I could, and
Yeah.
everyone was just faster, so fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely. You can only do that. Yeah, there's a good chance of doing that here at Bahrain as well. If you can, particularly to start, if you can avoid the turns 1, 2, 3, and 4 sort of carnage
Yeah,
that can happen.
that's going to be key.
Yeah.
Yeah, then as long as you get through that, then you should be okay after that. Yeah, we'll see. It looks nice and dry in a way. I'm going to let you guys get on track because I'm taking up your Quali one time. So, good luck to both of you.
Thank you very much.
Would love to be speaking to at least one of you at the end.
Probably going to be well.
Won't be me.
We'll see.
You never know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
It'll be
I
nice to
imagine
speak to
I
one
know
of
as
you.
well.
Just a heads up, I think
up.
Kishan, if it's who I think he is, I think Kishan is pretty quick, by the way. So we'll see how he gets on, but he's a debutant tonight.
Stop getting faster people in here, well, could be some stuff, people.
I mean, he might not be. I might have him mixed up because I have been a bat a bit older, so I do get people mixed up sometimes, like Mamo and Meat Bro. I'm surprised they didn't chuck Moomin in there as well. Mamo, Moomin, and Meat Bro. I'm surprised. Anyway, sorry, I'm waffling now. As usual, I'm waffling. So off you go. Come on, get out in qualifying. Get yourselves through safely on your first runs.
Hopefully. Thank you, Hilly.
See you later, boys.
I'm good with it.
Bye.
Cheerio. See you later. So guys, that was Well and Ozers. Thank you to them for joining. Hopefully I'll have a non-admin next week, would be nice. So we'll see if I can get someone else for next week. Oh my goodness me, that's loud. Let me just turn that down. She comes to settings, I'll invite some requests. It's because I was doing 100% race last night, and when I'm racing I always turn it up. For a dead set win and a bloody safety car come out and ruined it. So never mind. Moomin then. First to start a hot lap, so we're with him. Bit too late after having to turn the volume down to do the hilly hot lap with him, but try and do that with maybe Kishan or someone. You guys. So Kishan's debutant tonight for the league. Other than that, the other reserves are all reserves that are trusted and have raced multiple times. 18 on the grid, which is a bit surprising because we were full earlier on with 3 reserves in hand, but we appear to only have 18 now, so that's a bit frustrating. But never mind, 18 is perfectly fine. Believe you me, there's leads out there at the moment that would be crying out for 18 as we get towards the end of the game cycle. So there's McLaren causing yellow flags at turn 2, I think it was. So maybe just getting out of the way. Must be Mr. Somniac because Gunnar's not on track. So Gunnar has been doing a bit of co-coms for me recently, but as you can see, he's on track tonight. So yeah, I'm on my own. But that's okay. 29.9 from Moomin. Nice start. So Red Bull heading for the line. This is Kishan. I didn't realise he was out on track. Who's that Red Bull? Racing J 130.0. Who's that Haas? We've got Mirage heading for the line now. So, I've promised a prediction tonight, guys. So I'm going to do it now because I'm going to do a qualifying prediction. So, our qualifying prediction, because I've talked to them in the interview, I can't not do this. So, who qualifies highest? Who qualifies highest? Whale or Ozers? So I'm going to throw a third in. Let's go James. I'm going to throw a third one in as well. James. So you got 3 to choose from. Whale, Ozers or James. Who will qualify highest? And I'm going to give you 15 minutes. So you're going to have the ability, if you like, to wait until the end of Q1 and make sure they all get through. We will only lose 2 drivers, of course, in this session. Mirage won a 29.9. Anyway, sorry, let's move on to a driver that's actually on track, shall we? Doing a lap. I never find the one I'm looking at. Oh, that's moving into the pits, okay. Right, here is, no, Toby's on an out lap. Right, Mark's on a hot lap, so let's go with him. Get your predictions in, guys, just for a bit of fun. See if you can win some channel points. Who will qualify highest out of Whale, Ozers and James? Pitting the admins against each other. Perhaps I'll pit the other admins against each other next time I can do it. Have Gunnar, Sniper and Paella, maybe. I can get them all on track at the same time. So here comes Dark Mark. 130.378. I can include Dark Mark in it next time as well, because he's not admin, but he's commentator for Thursdays. Yeah, let's stick with Soapy Melons then. Soapy, very good racer. Quick, but a good racer. But I must admit, recent times it just feels like he's not having the best streak of luck at the moment. But hopefully that turns around for him tonight. So 29.6 over the line to go P2 for the moment. Obviously, bear in mind the times will be a bit slower in Q1 than they'll be later on. We'll definitely be into the 28s in Q2. Wouldn't be two shots if Toby goes into the 28s here in Q1. Here is Toby. Into sector 2, 106.767. Gotta think, in terms of championship, Toby pretty much battling with the two guys that aren't here, Carty and Mamo. So they're his biggest two rivals at the moment. Toby is looking like he's perhaps in pole position for the title as it stands. He'd be the first one to win it that isn't Carty. 28.7 on his first lap in Q1 is pretty decent. I wouldn't put it past him to do a high 27 in Q3. Massive favourite to take pole position and race win tonight, but it's never that easy, it's never that obvious. Things can happen just like in real life. Whale DRS open to the line, 29.7 for Whale to get him underway. Goes P6 for the moment. Down to Ransdell, who's just got to the fast left-hander in the lead up to the end of sector 2. Kishan's first lap, by the way, 130.593. He's okay, sat in 10th at the moment. Don't know if that's going to be okay to retire on though. May have to do another run. So Ransdell out the final corner, looking pretty good, I have to say. 29.3, puts you into P3, just behind teammate Archie, who's also looked very quick in recent weeks, by the way. Any of these guys doing another lap? Doesn't look like it, so Fatal has just started a run. Just go to tyres a second. Is Fatal on fresh? No, it appears to be a second lap, so these are... Right, here's Ozers. Pretty sweet through turns 1, 2 and 3. Maybe a little slow getting on the power around turn 1, but as I said, it's Q1, so it can be a little bit lower. So I think that Williams had maybe had an incident that was fatal, so perhaps he was going for another run. Either that or he was just acting very, very early to move out of others' way. Ozers with a difficult left-hander. DRS open, heading down to the end of the little DRS straight where we got the fast left-hander. See what gear he uses. Goes down the fourth, like entering the corner. Flat out through the right-hander. Really simple this year. That right-hander, you can even touch the curb a little bit and it doesn't spin you like it used to. important right-hander because you've got to get that right to carry the speed all the way down this straight. And the same, of course, with the final corner. It's a little bit out of shape. It's okay. That seemed okay to me. 29.8 puts you into P8. Who else we've got? Gunnar and Ramon out there. Ramon just slightly ahead of Gunnar on track, so let's go with him. Will be another one. Certainly someone to battle with Toby tonight. He'll be able to battle for pole. Might be a case more of race pace, but we'll see. Nicely through the right-hander, opens up the steering pretty quickly. Head to the line then. It's on mediums, by the way. The only drivers who are trying to get through on mediums, and it's the 29.6. Puts you into P7. I think you will be okay on that. Schooner heads to the line. 29.0 goes P2 between Toby and Archie. For Romeo was F. Lewis, who's gone P13, 130.2. Having McLaren, that's an outlap. So let's stick with Mr. Insomniac then. I think the other guys are on in laps, so let's stick with him for the next hot lap. Operator, still sound P18 operator, but he's improved his time to a 31.9. Was in the 33s previously. Yeah, pretty nice through turns 1, 2 and 3. Notoriously really, turns 1, 2 and 3 pretty slippery. So it's been like that for so many years now in the game that people are maybe growing used to it a little bit. Who's put 7k on me, says Whale. Ozers probably. We'll go to it just a second. Nice. At the moment, you're the only one anyone's put anything on. Summary. And Gunnar. It's Gunnar. You must be in a chat with Gunnar. You must know. Gunnar's put 7k on you. Well, pressure is on. So, McLaren giving the other a tow here. And Gunnar gets nicely out of the way from Mr. Insomniac. That's nicely done from McLaren's. As he helped his teammate. It's looking a better time. Yeah, improves by 4 attempts, moves up to P13. It's going to be tight. Might be good enough, but it's going to be tight. He's not improving on his run. Moomin didn't have a split time there, so not too sure yet. Oh, thank you very much, Whale. Whale's gifted a tier 1 sub to operator. Thank you, Whale. Very kind of you, as always. Still remains my #1 gifter. So Moomin, P10, 29.7. That time's looking a bit more competitive, isn't it? Here comes Operator on a big improvement again. It only goes P17. I thought he was going to go higher than that, but 31.5. Nips ahead of Fatal Defiance, who's also on a lap, and is nearly 3/10 up. And set to 1. Don't know who that guy is that's just joined. Fast left then using 4th as well. It's all those as really flat out right-hander. And 8 attempts up at the moment. That will put him to a 31.0. So we need some more time through the final sector to be competitive here, but new drivers assume they've done enough and retiring out the guys further high up. It's a Fatal head to the line. So 1:30.8. So Nick's back ahead of Operator to take P17. Oh yes, I was told that Stradey was joining during qualifying, so clearly he's just done that. So good to see Stradey with us. Go with Kishan. Also on a big improvement. Might nip into the 29s, just misses out on that. 30.0, who's up to P13. And sets a more competitive time. Doesn't look like Mr. Well, no, definitely Mr. Insomniac definitely not going to get out for another run. So, and Operator's retired out. It's all going to be pretty much about what Stradey can do in his one run. Where is he? He's just there. Yeah, 1 minute 20. He's fine. He's going to get round in time. One run will be difficult, of course. So, I'm not going to do a hilly hot lap in this session now. I'll do it in session 2. Because I want to risk putting somebody off if they're on a hot lap and they can hear me. So, F. Lewis currently in P15, personal best of 1:30.269 at the moment. So 1, 2, 3. So we're going to lose 4 drivers now, aren't we? Sorry, I had it wrong earlier on. I said 2 earlier on, didn't I? It was 3. We're going to lose 4 now. Just missed the first sets of time there. The Shannon debut is looking safe, but isn't definite yet. Get down now to the fast left. Let's see what gear Lewis uses. Again, sort of gears down to 5th and then lowers to 4th, entering the corner. So yeah, I keep 5th through that one, but just to the right. Here comes F. Lewis down towards the final corner then. Match looks okay to me. Maybe could be a bit more attacking, but well, Ramon goes fastest, 28.675. And it's a 29.7 from F. Lewis. He jumps up to P10, which puts Start Mark in trouble, and Mr. Insomniac on the brink. Fatal improving. No, he's into the pits. Where's Stradey? He's quite early in the lap, isn't he? So let's go to Dark Mark. He's just coming up to the end of Sector 2. And nearly 4 attempts up. That would get him ahead of Mr. Insomniac. It's right on the border with Quick Kishan at the moment. Gains anything else through the final sector, he will go ahead of Kishan. 30.002. He does just about nip ahead of Kishan into P14, meaning he is definitely safe. Mr. Insomniac, that means, is out of Q1. What about Kishan? I think Kishan's safe. Don't think Stradey quite did enough. No, P17 for Stradey. Unlucky Stradey. Always difficult if you're coming in last minute and just get to do one lap. But Stradey usually would have the pace to get through Q1 comfortably, but not the case on this occasion because it's just getting the one run in. So well done, Kishan on debut. Gets through P15 to Q2. Nice and tight. Top 15 covered by 1.4 seconds. And no doubt at all, a little bit of Q1 practice almost will help those guys to go a bit quicker as well. So well done to our top 15 who are through. Unlucky Mr. Insomniac, Tom Stradey, Fatal Defiance and Operator who couldn't make it through to Q2. Incidents, Gunnar had an invalidation, speeding in the pit lane Gunnar. Operator exceeded track limits, and Kishan speeding in the pit lane. The only things there, nothing important. And Kishan being lucky, well, maybe a little lucky that Stradey didn't get a proper lap on the board for him. But no, you still did the job, mate. You got the time. You still had to beat the others. So, well done on debut as well. So, good start. Let's see how you get on in Q2. So into Q2 then, this is where things start usually getting very tight around that 10th spot. So maybe a little surprising there to see Ramon did a lap on mediums. It was going to be good enough. You can't have thought it was going to be close. So still opted to come out on a softs, almost like he was laying down some sort of gauntlet to Toby to say, look, I can do that too. I'm sure he wasn't doing that, but it seemed like. So Dark Mark out first on track. As I say, basically every week, don't forget, first laps of Q2, you tend to see people doing laps on the tyres they used in Q1 to get a delta laid down. So I wouldn't, somebody seems sort of way off the pace of where they were in Q1, I wouldn't read too much into that. So Dark Mark leading the way in the driver of the day awards this season with 3. Awarded by yours truly. He still owes me one though, because he's given me 2 for Thursdays. So he still owes me one more before I give him another one. So I think as Dark Mark's leading the way in the driver and day standings, let's do the hilly hot lap with him. Just going down to the final corner now to start his first run of the session. So your lap starts here really, not over the line, because you need to carry the speed all the way through the straight DRS open, and we head down to the perilous turn 1, 2 and 3. So we'll break around about the 100 metre board just before maybe on this year's game. Open up the steering, get some power down, about 70% throttle you can manage between 1 and 2. Obviously it does depend if you're using traction or not. But pretty good through 1, 2 and 3 for me there. Now move the car to the left of the track, open up the corner. And Mark using 3rd gear there. Through the fast left, right, left. Accelerating all the way through the final left there. Then heavy braking down to the right hander. Again, so important to get the steering open and get on the power as quick as you can. And then around the long left hand into the heavy braking left hander. Probably the most difficult corner on the circuit, particularly for the non-ABS users. And we head down now to the fast left. Down the 4th for Dark Marcus, so I generally take that in 5th. Then flat out through the right hander, really easy this year. Late braking though into this right hander, and again need to open up the steering, get on the power. I think Mark just turned in slightly early then, which hit the curb and bounced him out slightly, which made the exit a bit more difficult. And he's okay through the final corner, and open up the steering again. DRS open now. And over the line, 130.3. As I said, almost certainly using worn tyres, so don't read too much into the times. Oh, we've lost James! Oh, can I get to that Williams in time? Oh, I can't see him. He's crashed coming out of turn 4. James is out, and Ramon goes fastest on used tyres, 29.1. Racing J 29.4, 29.6 from Gunnar, Ransdell 29.8, all used in worn tyres. Mirage heading down the penultimate straight here. Oh dear, James. I wonder if James would like to join me on comms for the rest of qualifying, rather than just being in the party he's in. Just get a invite sent to him to see if he wants to join. Yeah, here he comes.
Hi.
Hello. You alright?
Yeah, mate.
Are you okay? Is the medical team cleared you?
Nah, mate, I just went to see Roman Grosjean, mate.
I thought I'd invite you, see if you want to come in.
Well, yeah, I thought. It's typical. You put a thing on about me beating whale and noses, and then I bottle it.
Yeah. Are you going to blame me now, James? Are you going to have my
I am
commentator
gonna blame
cursed
you,
you?
yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
That is awful. I was in the
Have you
wrong gear. I was in
included your
third
audio, by the
gear.
way?
I have, mate. Yeah.
You have, excellent. You're in third gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not done. I take that in fourth. I don't know why I was in third gear.
Yeah, you could take it in either gear really, but you do need to shift up to fourth because it's slippy in it, very slippy.
It was very, very slippy out of that, and
Yeah.
yeah, I thought I was gonna be lucky and not DNF because I hit it like fairly square on, but I don't know.
Oh,
Oh
see,
well.
yes, yeah. Sometimes you get away with it then, don't you? And
I thought I was just gonna bounce off it, but
yeah,
nope.
just have to change your wing or something. But oh well, never mind. Better to happen in quali than race.
I don't like this track. I'm gonna be honest. So you know,
Oh,
no,
that's a bit
I'd
bother.
have struggled to get through Q3. I think. I reckon over there would have
okay.
set like a 29.0 or something along those lines.
Well, we'll take that then. 29.0. We'll see where you would have been. I think that
Yeah.
might be enough to get through, but it's going to be close. I think. So Archie goes fastest, 28.862. Sophie Mellon's on a lap. Just started a lap, in fact.
Goon is flying there as well.
Is he? Excellent. So, well, we're going to need somebody to match Toby. Well, Archie and Ramon look like they might be able to, in all fairness. Ramon you kind of expect to, actually. But Archie...
Well, I know what times
Still quite
Toby
new.
was setting in practice, but I'm not going to tell you. So.
Well, I've already said I'm thinking we might see a high 27 for Paul. That's what sort of where I'm thinking he probably is at the moment, which seems insane.
I'd say you're pretty right.
Yeah. Wales says, hope
As
nobody bet
always.
James. With a laughing face.
Did anyone bet me? I hope they didn't.
Let's just have a look. The prediction has finished. There's no prediction then because Whale is the only one that was bet on. So yeah, nobody's gone for roses with James, unfortunately. And it was is Gunnar in your party?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He put all his money on, didn't
7,000. Yeah, he put 7,000 on Whale.
he? He's thrown under the bus, mate.
That is terrible. I should have some words with him. So Sophie Mellon's just heading for the line. Jams 29.0, puts him in P2. Or he has. Ramon's your teammate tonight, of course. There's no Mamo.
He is. Which is obviously a good reserve for the team,
Yeah.
but then I'm going to be qualifying 15th, so I need to work my way up and get
See how
max
you can
points for the team, really. Yeah.
Yeah. Goal one, we get to try and get back into the top 10 and then just see where you can go from there, really. But there are different strategies available to you here. It's not a track where it's just
Well, I've got
medium
plenty of
hard or hard
softs,
medium.
so
Yes, there is that. Do a free stop, soft, medium.
yeah.
But no, you can soft medium this, or medium soft, or soft hard, or whatever.
Need to try something different, don't I?
Yeah, you've got to make that decision that you want to be able to try and get through the field quick at the start, but have to pit early, risking a safety car coming out after, or
I remember you tried to
go
two-stop
to a
round here
long-
once. It didn't work, did it?
No,
I remember that. I always remember that.
It went horribly wrong. It was about 10 seconds slower, if I remember rightly. Or about 8 seconds, I think it was, slower than to the one stop, even though the game says it was closer than that. Just like, what? There's nothing like went wrong for me, so it's not as if, I couldn't blame it on a mistake or something, because, nothing bad happened, so, yeah. I just don't think I can drive in the race to the absolute limits, James. So I'm not on one of those drivers. So I generally lift and coast into corners and all that. So
That's just your characteristic. Everyone's different, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So the one stop tends to work better for me. But Gunnar just getting out of shape there on the penultimate corner. I think that might have ruined his lap. Probably still improve. Yes, 29.0. For P3, but he would have been in some turns quite easily. I think he probably would have gone fastest. So
yeah,
he did get really badly quite out of shape. So
I reckon
be fair, in the short quali, I was on to set a 29.0 that I done. But obviously that's short quali, so maybe I would have been a bit worse in Q2. So maybe like a 29.1.
Short qualies are the same conditions as Q2.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
Fine.
so it's well,
Yeah.
that's what I've been told in the past. I assume the person who told me was right. But yeah, Ransdell improving here.
And
as
still,
well.
yeah. He's been looking fairly quick.
Yeah. Good driver,
Round two.
Ransdell. Half a second improvement. 29.2 goes into P6. You're 29.0. What do you think you might have got? Just looking okay at the moment.
Mm.
Here's Kishan. I don't know. He's not on a lap. Okay.
He's pretty quick, I thought, wasn't he, Kishan?
Well,
New boy.
I don't know. I did tell Losers that earlier on, but the truth is I don't know. He just went through P15. But I recognise his name, but I've got a feeling that the person whose name I recognise was actually Kushan, whereas this is Kishan. So,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, I think I was getting mixed up with someone else because Kushan was Lightning.
Who's on a lap then? Moomin?
Moomin at the moment. He's already had a little mistake in set to 1. We'll just see. He should still improve. I mean, 29.8. Almost all of those first times were set on worn soft tyres, so should all improve reasonably easily. All of them want to be able to get through on this first fresh tyre run, so well, Moomin has to get through on this run because we've only got 3 minutes left on the clock, so we won't have time to go around and pit again. I missed this split time now. I'm always doing that. I always miss the split time.
Did Toby not set a lap early on?
No. No, still not
didn't go
set
out.
one. No, he didn't go out, no. Only a 29.6 from Moomin. He's going to be in trouble with that, surely. In fact, I would almost put money on him to be out on that. Toby's just on an out lap. It looks like Toby's invalidated what would have been his first run. So he's driving another out lap now, recharging some energy. That would be a turn up for the books if he invalidated again.
Mm.
If it happens now, by the way, I'm going to go straight into the chat and say our commentator cursed you.
Exactly, because he was saying that he can't get cursed, wasn't he?
That's right, yeah, he said, I don't listen to the strings, so it don't work on me. And I said, that's not the way it works, mate. Kishan has way faster than he was in Q1. He's gone 29.4. It's almost not far off a second faster than he went in Q1. So maybe he was sandbagging a little bit. Right, Toby's on a lap then. Let's see what he can do. I'm not saying that I want him to invalidate.
I know you're willing him to invalidate right now. I know your brain works.
How far he moves the car over to the left there, look. Ready for turn 4. Ooh, I tell you what, he's a little lucky there. Touching that curb on the left through the fast left, right, left. Could have easily have railroaded him. So McLaren gets well out of the way. Sorry, that was a Red Bull, not a McLaren. Why did I see
Hugs up
orange?
nicely. That was a McLaren, wasn't it?
No, it's a Red Bull.
Oh.
I'm looking at the track map. It's definitely a Red Bull. It did look orange though.
Yeah.
So it's all looking good at the moment for Toby. To be honest, I can't really fault the lap. Touches the curb on the inside. Get away with it this year, don't you?
Yeah.
Previous years of the game, that would have spun him immediately.
Fuel lights flashing.
Ooh. I'm not saying I want him to run out of fuel.
This will be enough, will it?
Yeah, it's going to be enough. 28.2.
Wow.
So, already quick in Q2. Gunners 29.0. Oh no, he's back onto a lap. But let's see the guys coming through then. So F. Lewis only run, but split 2 times, not a good one. And I think F Lewis is going to be out. Yeah, P11.
Movement's on the bubble.
So Red Bull driving slowly. That must be Kishan because Racing J's already retired. So Kishan has done his best here. Here comes Whale down the into the final corner. Now, looking at the clock, I don't know if he's going to improve here. Oh yeah, he did. Right. Oh god, yeah, 6/10 improvement goes P8. So Ozer's around the final corner and he's a second up. Could put Whale into trouble. He
Oh,
goes up to
P4.
Drops Whale to P9.
Mirage and Dark Mark, are they on laps?
No, Mirage is 8 seconds down. Dark Mark he's 7/10 up. So he's on sort of Moomin's time at the moment.
It's a couple of tenths.
He's getting
Oh, he made it!
He's on to P10, he's not Kishan out. Makes it, Gunnar over the line, didn't improve, but didn't need to either. So, wow. Well, we've lost. Kishan on debut, starting P11. Well done, Kishan. That's not a bad result at all. But we've lost Mirage and Moomin. And yourself, James.
And me.
And F. Lewis. They're all surprises, really. They're all Q3 regulars. So, Mirage maybe not so much. He usually makes up place in the race, to be fair. But Moomin, yourself, and F. Lewis have been making Q3 on a regular basis.
Lack of talent from me, but there you go.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So a massive accident will happen in turns 1, 2, and 3, and you'll be so glad.
Yeah, and I'll be in it.
Retired. No, you'll be able to just drive round it and take the lead of the race. You watch. It'll be huge. The usual 6 side by side going into turn 1, and then realising the width of the road is about half the size at turn 2. So. Well done to Dark Mark, who snuck through in 10th. It's going to be his first Q3 for a little while.
It's normally qualifies lower. Yeah, that's it now. He's void for driver of the day. So
yeah, top 10. That's it. You can't have driver of the day today, Mark. He's not allowed one anyway until he gives me a third one on Thursdays. Then he can have one again. Right. Okay. So Toby goes through as fastest. We got Toby, Rowan, Archie, Soapy Melons, Ozers, Gunnar, Racing J, Ransdell, Whale, and a Dark Mark going into the pole position shootout. We say goodbye to Kishan, Mirage, Moomin, F. Lewis, and yourself, James. Unlucky out in Q2. Instance, much the same like there's your terminal damage, DNF. Speeding in the pit lane for Gunnar. Exceeding track limits for Toby. Speeding in the pit lane for Toby. There we go. Those things don't matter. I tend to think of myself as being quite strict with rules, James, but I'm not so bad as to actually penalise people for speeding in the pit lane in Quali.
In Quali.
Like that. So, Kishan, oh damn, I think I'm out. Someone's just come up and covered what he said. I couldn't have gone faster than this, but everyone is close. Yeah, absolutely, Kishan. Another day, you might have snuck for MP10. It's just unlucky at the end there. Dark Market really improved really well. But still, P11 on debut in the Tuesday division, mate, isn't bad at all. Toby out first. Wants to maybe lay down the gauntlet. But again, you quite often have more than tyres on the first runs in Q3, don't you? So. I was really surprised in Q1, James, that Ramon did a lap on mediums that would have been quite comfortably good enough, but still went
out on softs. Yeah.
Not sure why he did that. Just keeping a set of softs back here at Bahrain is pretty important. It's a late safety cars, so yeah, I was a bit surprised. Although I've got a feeling he just got through Q2 on the same softs, so
yeah, on the U set. Yeah.
Yeah. Kishan's put a Harley Quinn emoji by the looks of it. I don't know what that means, but sorry, Kishan. I'm only a little bit younger than James, so I don't really know what emojis and stuff mean. Oh, Toby's just let a couple of people through. Gunnar is going to be first across the line then. See our good mate Gunnar. And James wants to crash, of course, because he put all his money on Whale.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't believe it. He's not wrong though, probably. I don't know. Isis was flying there. To be fair.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been solid in qualifying Ozers.
Fair play to him.
A little worried about his race pace because he posted it in admin chat earlier, didn't he? Saying, is this alright? And it tells me it was a bit slow. Oh, Gunnar's internet, he's lagging. He's been having trouble recently. I don't know what's going on. He's got strong Wi-Fi. I don't know why he's having lag sometimes recently. I don't know. So it looked like he made quite a big mistake at turn 1, but whether that actually happened or not, I don't know. Big lag.
So he takes his corner. Hugs it nice. Oh, such a tricky corner, isn't it?
It is,
I struggle with it so much.
And we use ABS, James.
Yeah.
That must be one of the toughest corners for people who don't have ABS. So you're constantly turning, aren't you? And it just makes it difficult to brake for, but... It's, yeah, 1070 through sets of 2, which is competitive, but it's not... I'm sure you go faster on the second run.
1069 from Toby.
Yeah. So again, probably a U set as well. So here comes Gunnar then, it's a 28.9 to get us underway. Toby immediately goes faster on the 28.8. Dark Mark to line 130.2. We've got Red Bull, that's Racing J. P3 on the 29.5. We've got a Merc around the final corner, Ransdell. And it's 29.1.
Moses.
Right. Here he comes. 7.3 through sets of 2, so he's going to be a bit slower than Gunnar. It's a 29.3 to go P4. Here comes Archie, who's been quick in recent weeks as well, hasn't he? He goes fast as 28.7. Mr. Whale, then, I couldn't see his second split time unfortunately, so not sure how he was doing. 29.1 goes P4, so he goes ahead of Moses by about 2 tenths. Ramon heads to the line, 106.5 through sets of 2, so 128.362 from Ramon.
That'll be a new set though, won't it?
I should think so, yeah. Yeah, he'll have to. Yeah, it will be, because he used. I'm sure he used the U set from Q1 to get through Q2, so he's got 2 fresh sets, hasn't he? So. Well, he's got 3 fresh sets, in fact, so you can use 2 and keep 1 for the race. Gone back down to Soapy Melons because the first lap wasn't a representative time, so I think he's going again.
He's no ABS, to see how bad he looks up going into it.
I heard a little bit of screeching, but not too much. I guess the way to go in there is to try and take the first little left-hand bit, is to try and make... Oh! Round he goes. Holds it, gets nicely out of the way of the Aston. Didn't need to, really, but best to do that when I was on an in-lap in a way. But, he obviously doesn't know, but a Ferrari's on the in-lap as well, so he's safe just to carry on, really. But, there we go. So... that's the first runs out of the way. I can only assume that Ramon and Archie have used fresh sets. Toby's definitely a worn set. And I'm not sure
probably
about
Gunnar as well. I don't know. I think Gunnar is U set.
Could be. He's definitely capable of that time on a U set, so... But I think Whale was probably a fresh set. Then I was struggling after that. I'm not too sure after that. back to the pits. We got a. Oh, I think Racing J, did he do a second lap? Yeah, he did.
He's on it now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 6 tenths up. He's heading into the 28s. So yeah, so what he's done is done an out lap, a hot lap, a cool down lap, and now he's doing another hot lap. That's quite clever. Because he still had the time to get round for another fresh set, so he's getting an extra lap out of the first set of tyres.
Wow.
It's worked. He's gone 28.8 on P3.
On quite a used set of tyres.
Yeah. Yeah, because Bahrain isn't soft on the soft tyres, is it? It's quite heavy on the tyre wear, so that's an impressive lap from Racing J. Looking quicker here than he has since he came back, but Sophie Mellon's
He
back out
likes Bahrain, doesn't he? I remember him having a good race with Garcia.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going back a bit, isn't it? But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Strady. Thanks for joining, buddy. Oh, Kishan doesn't understand what emojis mean either. He couldn't find the normal ones, so he doesn't know what it means in a way. Fair enough. I have a feeling it'd be very close to P50 to P10 in the race. Yeah. You kind of normally get, James. You get a sort of a lead group breakaway, don't you? Which is usually your Carsey and Toby and anyone else who might be racing that's on their sort of level, and then you get that sort of second group, which is like the rest of the top 10. Sometimes down further than that. So
Don't know what the groups would be, to be honest. It's going to be one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit different tonight. It's not the usual Tuesday lineup, so it's a bit hard to know. I mean, the thing is, if all goes well at the start, I could certainly see the guys who are in the top 5 currently sticking together.
Yeah.
As a top 5. Maybe as the race goes on, one or two of them might drop away a little bit, but here comes Sophie Mellons in a way for his final run. He's going to meet a bit of traffic. Hopefully that Alfa Romeo, which is Ozos, realises he's coming. Going to get well out of the way on the straight, isn't he? So that's okay.
He's not getting out of the
Get out
way.
of the way, Ozos! Get out of the way, Ozos! Oh! May have actually benefited him with a little bit of a toe, but yeah, not Ozos.
Wiggle around him, didn't he?
Yeah. Probably didn't affect him too much, but that's almost as well. It's up to Sophie Mellons at the end of the day whether he submits it, but it'd be a slam dunk penalty for
There's
him.
more coming here, though.
Hopefully these guys will move to the left on the straight. They do. One more coming up as well. This is Toby. And he stays out wide on the right hand side. Nicely out the way up to the end of sector 2 then.
What's it
going
going to be? 107.0.
11 and a quarter seconds up. It's hard to know where that's putting him at the moment, but
28.9-ish at the minute, I think.
Yeah, it's high 28s, isn't it? Yeah, because Gunnar was just slightly higher than that, wasn't he? So knocks up a little bit into the final corner, but it is a late 29. It's a 28.9 that puts him into P5. Go to your teammate for the evening then, James, Mr. Ramon.
See the first one here, isn't he?
Yeah.
Watch Toby see. Sector 1 is like.
Oh, Ramon's quarter of a second down in sector 1.
Really?
Yeah, something's clearly gone wrong for him. So,
Toby's a quarter of a second up.
Yeah, there we go. So, in fact, Ramon is completely backed out the lap now, and obviously will not make it back round again. So, Ramon needs the time he's already done to be good enough. said, we're sort of thinking a high 27 or a very low 28 from Toby. Fault anything I've seen there. So Guns 106.4, half a second up. That already puts him half a tenth ahead of Ramon. And that penultimate corner looked good as well. Dropped to third for the final corner. Guns 28.2 goes fastest. Can Archie do anything? It's going down the straight. Gunnar jumps to P3 on the 28.5. Oh, Archie 28.4 just behind Ramon.
Oh!
Next. Oh, Ozers a spun. At the final corner.
Wales backed out.
Sophie Mellon's into the pits.
Wales
Wales
invalidated.
Yeah, Wales invalidated.
That was O's chance.
Ransdell heads for the line. 28.9 puts in P7. Well, invalidation. Dark Mark gets a little bit of a toe in. Line 29.5 stays P10, and I think that's it. Racing J, yeah, didn't improve. So, wow. Okay. Oh, Wozers, what have you done? Well, Gunnar, the good news is you've won the prediction. Bad news is nobody else put anything on, so you don't get anything. Just your money back. There we go. So it's Toby on pole with Ramon alongside. Nice long run down to turn 1 here, James. So got to think Toby's going to come under a bit of pressure, probably from both sides, I would imagine, with Archie starting behind him as well. Be interested to see the tyre choices. Gunnar P4, Racer J5, Soapy 6, Ransdell 7, Whale 8, Ozers 9, and the Dark Mark fills out the top 10 then. Do a full grid rundown on the formation lap in a way. Right, Mr. James, thank you for joining me for the rest of qualifying.
No worries, mate.
Let's let you go
good.
so you can go and get a drink or something. And there we go. And I will
see you in a bit.
Yeah, wish you the best of luck and speak to you at the end.
Yeah.
See you later. See you later. Right, guys, so we are going to have a 5-minute break. So any drivers listening, do not press the button. They will tell you in the Discord what time we will be starting, okay? And admin are the only ones allowed to press the button. So please don't press it yourself. Okay, other than that, guys, we're going to take a quick break. So I'm going to take a quick break, grab myself a drink, and I'll be back with you ready for the formation lap shortly. See you in a bit. Okay, guys, back with you. We should be pretty close here, I think. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, formation lap. I had a feeling. I thought for a second it wasn't going to do a formation lap, but we are indeed. So here we go then. Let's get some details up. So we got Toby on pole alongside Ramon, both starting on the hard tyres. Archie starts from P3 on the medium tyre, with Gunnar alongside on the hards. Racing J for Red Bull starts P5 alongside Sophie Mellons for Haas in P6. Racing J on the mediums, Sophie on the hards. Ransdell starts P7 alongside Well in P8, both on the hard tyres. As is Ozers, who's had he's managed to have a spin on the formation lap. Oh, that's embarrassing. Well and Ozers 8 and 9, both on the hard tyres. Dark Mark on the mediums in P10. Kishan and Muraj make up the 6th row of the grid with both of them on hard tyres. We have our only soft tyre starter in Moomin in P13, while F. Lewis starts 14th on the mediums. He's just had a spin on the formation lap. What's going on? What is going on? That doesn't bode well, does it? James and Mr. Insomniac gets disqualified. James and Mr. Insomniac start 15th and 16th, both on the medium tyres. Stridey 17th on the mediums with Fatal alongside on the hard tyres. Operator will start from the back, also on the medium tyres. So Bahrain, obviously usually these days the first race of the calendar. So we've already seen it in real life with Max dominating pretty much. Which looks to be the case going forward this season, unless someone can make a drastic improvement. Fantastic circuit. It is one of these circuits that has a real mix of straight line speed requirements and high downforce for corners as well. So generally, you do tend to set up with a sort of hybrid setup, but probably erring slightly towards the higher end of the downforce spectrum, somewhere around 36, 32 on your wings, roughly, or some sort of close variation to that. Best overtaking opportunity, obviously this pit straight, long run down to turn 1 with DRS, as you can see the sign on the right hand side there, just before the start finish line. Gives a long run, so that's where we like to see most overtakes, but there are other opportunities as they do line up now on the grid ready for the race starts. So on come the lights, 3, 4, 5. Long pause and away we go. Toby seems to react pretty well to that. As a couple of cars sort of come out to the sides. He has got Raman on the inside there for turn 1. Not really fully alongside, and I think that Archie's going to get around on Ramon through turn 2 and 3. Does indeed, so Archie takes P2. Perfect start for Archie. He can get after Toby. He'd love to get in front on the medium tyre. Racing J all over the back of Ramon as well. Gunnar there as well. Really tight. Just looking at the track map, nobody's dropped off at the back. I think there was somebody's dropped down, I think, but nobody's actually dropped off the back at all. As Whale gets past Soapy Mellons for P6, and he loses out to Ransdell as well, who moves into P7. Two Williams battling there into the heavy left-hander. It's all. Has Moomin got any damage? He's dropping back on the soft tyre. Can't see any obvious signs of damage. Very unlike him to drop back at all, let alone being on the soft tyre. Right, who's off to the best starts then? We've got James is up 4 places already. Fatal's up 4 places already. Great starts from those guys. Let's go down to the 2 Williams because Moomin is definitely putting his teammate under pressure. And really here, in terms of the team, Fatal would probably be better off letting his teammate back pass, but Let's go to the front because Racing J and Ramon were battling there. Looks like Ramon's come out on top. Actually close to the back of Toby. He's having a look up into turn 4. To the inside, makes the inside of the corner, but had a little bit of curve which unsettles the car for the exit. Ramon has a sneaky look about trying to perhaps get alongside. Never the best place to do it there though, so opts away from that. We do have a yellow flag out, and it's Moomin. It's Moomin, so his struggles continue. It just doesn't seem right for Moomin at the moment. So Moomin has been a regular on the grid since Race 1 Season 1, and he's always been a strong competitor, so I feel like something's probably wrong for him at the moment. Schooner doing nicely at the moment. And the hard tyres like Ramon and Toby, so Schooner's sort of job at this stage is just hang on to the top 4. As long as he can stay there, then he's in a good position for the second half of the race. As we enter lap 3, which means DRS enabled from now. Nobody there having a look. Oh, Haas has gone deep. Soapy looks like he missed his braking. He just ran deep into turn 1. He's going to lose multiple places. Needs to get back on track safely, and does. So restarts P15, loses out to Kishan, and will be P16. Toby's stretched the gap to Archie. Obviously Archie's little moment at turn 4 on the previous lap will have helped Toby to get away, but Archie does have the medium tyre. So can he claw Toby back in? It's imperative you feel that he does that now. Oh, what's happened here? Is it Racing J? I think it is. Racing J at the heavy left-hander. So tight in this group. Lewis sort of getting close to the outside of Dartmark, but he's never alongside and doesn't look to make any sort of move. Just sort of following in file at the moment, but as we enter onto the straight, then you would think that Archie's probably going to be vulnerable here to Ramon, and he is indeed. So Ramon to the outside, but is ahead way before they reach the break-in. Una's just dropped off with him a little bit. And that's Moomin again at the final corner. Oh, there's an Alpine as well. That's Strady. He's going to dive into the pits instead. And Sophie had to pit as well after his trip off track. Operator the first to pick up 3 seconds. Ramon getting past Archie on the previous, or on at the start of this lap. So Archie will be just looking to try and stay within that 1 second. But obviously they have Gap Gunnar now, which is going to leave Gunnar potentially vulnerable. But at the moment he does hold just over a second lead to Ransdell. Mercedes pair looking very strong, as are the Aston Martins. Ramon's just bringing that gap down to Toby. Almost certainly burning there. They've all been burning apart. Well, Toby's not burned very much. He's still in the 60 percentile, whereas Ramon and Archie are down around the 10 to 15% marks. Ramon sets the fastest lap in his pursuit of Toby. So, Whale getting past Ransdell. It looks like Dartmark's going to follow him through as well. A little bit tight. Oh, Ransdell has a little bit of a shake coming out of turn 1. It's a bit of dirty air coming off of Whale's car. He's right on the outside of Dartmark here. Going to be hard to hang this around the outside. And yeah, Dartmark holds him off in the end, so very nice from the two Astons, both getting ahead of the Mercedes on the same straight. Teamwork maybe in the pair of them. At the moment, the hard tyre drivers look to be better off. Raj is to the inside of Racing J and gets the move done into the heavy left-hander. And he's just getting ahead of Fatal Defiance. Just about hangs it just inside the outer edge of the corner. It's the move and he's up to P12. And a bit of recovery here. Dropped down a bit at the start. We can have a move here. Is Archie probably not close enough? I don't think Archie's. Oh, goodness me! Almost runs into the back of Ramon under the braking. Perhaps what Archie's best option here would be to build the overtake back up and let Ramon pull him along. I don't know, because Ramon's dropping back a little bit from Toby. And there's a Mr. Insomniac battling away. Looks like Mr. Insomniac's come out on top of this one. Oh yeah, so Fatal's gotten back ahead of Ozers. And Mr. Insomniac's gone through as well, so Ozers back down to 14 now. Raj and well, this whole group super tight. It's on the back of Dartmark in P6. Just dropped off of his teammate a little bit. How much of a teammate game does Well want to play? Does he drop off and give his teammate DRS back? I wouldn't suggest it, quite honestly, because he'd just make himself vulnerable to Ransdell, F. Lewis and Mirage. I think this is one of those situations that even as a teammate you've got to be a little bit selfish, really. So right, I'm going to pull away, or try and pull away. So Mirage, as you can see on the dashboard there, he's got a serious energy advantage with the ERS light flashing away on F. Lewis's car. Looks to it under braking and makes the inside of the corner. F. Lewis goes deep into the corner to leave plenty of room. Gets it back on turn 2 as well. And that's a nice move from Mirage. Really looks after his energy there so as not to use more to make the move than was really required. Clever from Mirage that. And he's back up to P8. This queue here, so we've got yellow flags and it looks like this operator, well, he's already going again, so it must have only been a little hat spin or something. It's yeah, this group from the back of Dartmark in P6 and the group all the way down to James in P11. It's just operator again out of the following heavy braking right-hander. Just needs to get going. He might have a bit of debris on the tyres, making it a bit difficult perhaps. Toby is just gradually pulling away now from Ramon. It's only 2 seconds, so it's not as if he's disappeared, but I think Archie's making a move on Ramon. Through he goes. Makes the inside of the corner nicely. I think Ramon's tried a little switchback move. He's going to maybe be able to come back at the up towards turn 4. Goes to the inside. And he's nicely back up the inside. So, while it's great to see battling like that from this two, that is just getting Toby 0.8 of a second in 4 corners. So then, there was movement further down on that other group as well. So Ransdell's now up to P6. Mirage is up to P7. Dark Mark down to 8. Racer J's just gone past Steph Lewis, sort of side by side still. Going up to the heavy braking left-hander. I think Racer J may have to give up on that one for now. He's James still on the back of them. So on the back of a group like this, your mind starts to go, what can I do? What can I do to get through this group or past this group? And the obvious way is to undercut them to get to the front of the group. As long as you don't undercut by too far. As we got Stradi's into the pits, is he? Oh, so no, Sophie Mellons is retired out in the pits. It's Archie, once again, gets past Ramon into turn 1, but Ramon's doing a little switch back again. We're going to see a mirror image move, surely. Maybe not. No, Ramon actually opts to stay behind him. Two of them battling is... I'm not going to complain about two cars battling. This is what we want to see. This is what it should be like. But it has the added effect. It's handing the race win to Toby at the moment. It's like, I'm not sure whether that was movement or operator causing the yellow flag there, but it's cleared in a way and both are on their way. In terms of pit stops, obviously Moomin will be in first off of the softs. I would imagine that would be somewhere around lap 9 or 10, maybe 11. And the medium guys will start around about lap 12 and could carry right the way through to about lap 16. Unless any of them are trying the medium soft strategy, that could be an option. Here comes Ramon then. To the inside, nothing Archie can do. And he then retakes P2. Battling like that's not going to lose them time. That's just normal racing. But Toby looking very, very strong. He's actually coming up onto his teammate. Him. Let's get a Mirage. Going very close in the run up to turn 4 there, but not able to get through. James at some point has gotten ahead of Racing J, so he's started to make an inroads and he's back into the top 10. If you remember, back when I spoke to him after he'd retired out in qualifying, that was his sort of first goal, get back into the top 10 and then see where he can go from there. Raj. So this is to get into P6 and look at the energy. Look at how much energy he's got in comparison to those around him. So if anybody's got the ability or the chance to get to the front of this group and then break away from them, Mirage is the most likely, you would say, to do that. Not going to want to waste all his energy in doing that though, because having a nice full battery could come in very, very handy later in the race. So here we go, a little bit of overtake, turns it off and he's about 3 or 4%, gets through, and so he's up to P6, gets a little tap on the bum there from Ransdell, but he barely felt that, to be honest. So we'll see if Mirage can pull away. Mason J to the inside of James for turn 4. James tries a little switchback move. Always difficult here though, you're better off just folding in behind. Try going side by side through the fast left, right, left. It's perilous to say the least, really. It's, So, no flags. It's a McLaren, and it's Gunnar. Well, that is unusual. Very, very unusual. Never makes mistakes like that. It wouldn't surprise me, guys, if that was purely... He's pretty much been on his own since about lap 3. So I wonder if his mind just drifted a bit. I don't know. But, anyway, he's okay. There's no damage or anything like that. So he just reset. He knows he's got the pace to do well still. So he will just get back on with the job now. Ozer's making a move up the inside of Fatal Defiance. Nicely done. Fatal. I don't know if he's trying to move right to try a little switch back there, or whether he just had a little moment, but whichever it was, it just drops him off the back a little bit. So Jay having a look at the inside of F. Lewis. Bit of a dive, that Racing J. Invulnerable actually to Gunnar, who's appeared on the left hand side now. Look, looks like Racing J is getting a better run out the corner though. Both will have DRS, and yeah, Gunnar realises he's not going to get through and folds back in behind. And we got a first pitter, guys. Archie is in. So he's trying to undercut. And yeah, he wasn't being held there, guys. It's just, the game does that. It has a little lag sometimes when you're watching somebody in the pits. Which he exits down behind Fatal Defiance by the looks of it. He's going to crack just ahead of Kishan. That's not ideal for Archie at all. He's come out in traffic. Now he's going to have a serious tyre advantage, of course. Let's get a bit of temperature in them first. But once he does, he should be able to get through them. I mean, it's not the end of the world, because Fatal is sort of away a little bit as Racing J goes past F. Lewis. It's into that same corner as last lap. Gunnar's now on the inside of F. Lewis as well. Racing J does not... Oh, guys, careful, careful! No, dear, that's it. That's it. Tiny little touch to start with. Tiny little touch to start with, but then it just escalated, really. And F. Lewis got unsettled, and then the car came back to the inside and hit Gunnar again, which is resulted, unfortunately, in them both spinning. And both do have damage. It's not just Gunnar that's got damage, they do both have damage. The only thing is, for Gunnar, he's going to be forced into a pit stop here much earlier than he would have been intending. So Ozer's making a move here on Mr. Insomniac, and this moves him up to P6. As we've got yellow flags, it looks like it's Strady, is it? Yeah, Strady just having a little spin. Yeah, no damage, so no fear of a safety car there. So, a lot just changed. Archie right on the back of Ozers here. Look, oh, Archie. Nah, that's bad from Archie. That is a big penalty. Miraculously, Ozers doesn't appear to have any damage. But I hope he's clipped that, because that is really bad from the Mercedes, man. I'm sorry, Archie, but that was... You have to be aware, when you're on fresh tyres, you have to be aware that the guys around you aren't. They are going to be a little bit slower. Well, a little bit sooner on the brakes. They're going to be a little bit slower getting the power out of corners. You have to take that into account. That is your job to do that. And Archie didn't do that there. Racing Jay and Dartmark. Come out the pits, battling away. Mr. Insomniac's in now. The last of the medium starters to pit. He looks like he's going to come out in P13 behind James. But F. Lewis and Gunnar are just coming into the final corner now. So we've got this battle going on in a way. Dartmark holds off Racing Jay there. Gunnar gets ahead of F. Lewis then. Still side by side through the fast left, right, left. Oh, F. Lewis drops it. He said, well, it was a really good save. He saved that really, really well. Thank goodness he didn't hit Gunnar, because wow, there could have been some fireworks there if he did. Ram on in then. Whale in as well. I'll switch into the medium tyre. Should bring Ram on a bit closer to Toby, but I think the gap was about 6 seconds when he came in, so Toby pretty much without a safety car, you've got to think Toby's looking pretty home and dry, really. And look at Whale, he's going to exit the pits ahead of Dartmark in P8 and on fresh mediums. Actually, he's actually timed that perfectly, hasn't he? Brilliant. Get after his good mate Ozers now. He's right on the back. He's been having seems like a race-long battle with Fatal. They've battled with other drivers as well, both of them, but surely then Toby rounds the final corner, and surely no, he's going to stay out another lap. Well, he had a 6-second lead, so it shouldn't be an issue. But he doesn't want to lose all of that 6-second lead. Back to Fatal and Ozers then. So Mirage comes in from P2. And Ransdell as well. He's in. And they're both going to drop behind this group. Although these two are in, Fatal and Ozers. Ozers just about avoids the contact on the back of Fatal, and they both manage to break in time. Just looking, so Ramon's back up to P3, and he is chasing down Archie. Whale moves up to P4, so he's... Well, no, he's not gained a place under the stops, has he? But he's gained a place from when Gunnar spun. I know Gunnar will... Zeph Lewis goes up the inside of Mr. Insomniac for P11. So Gunnar would definitely feel hard done by the contact between the two of them. There was certainly nothing malicious in it. It was just it was an accident. It was plain and simple. It was an accident. when he actually looks back on the race, he will say to himself, well, on the other hand, Gunnar, he will say to himself, on the other hand, if I hadn't have spun earlier on, then I wouldn't ever have been in that situation in the first place. So you'll have sort of two ways of looking at that. So I think if we just go to Dark Mark and Racing J and see if there's any sort of move going on here. Do I risk saying this? Dark Mark is having another superb race today. A few battles going on. It's just hard to know exactly which one to look at, guys. We'll just let's go to James. Actually, let's watch James and Ransdell. Ransdell trying to get back on the group of three ahead so that he gets the DRS. Actually, sorry, I've just realised Ransdell's got a serious tyre advantage at the moment, so let's move back to this group of three then. So Mirage now really getting onto the back of Dark Mark. Again, he's got a pretty serious tyre advantage. The stage, as we get sort of more into the sort of lap 23, 24, 25, the hard tyres should be sort of back level with the mediums by then. But the later stop, the guys that started on the hards going to the mediums, just gives them that advantage at the moment. So, I think standout drivers for me at the moment have got to be Toby, Whale, Dark Mark and Mirage, Racing J as well. I think any of those guys are very strong racers. James has done pretty well too. Still, including this one, we've got 11 laps remaining. I think it's pretty clear now that Toby is holding his hards out. He's going to go to softs. He wants the Grand Slam. He got the pole position. He's pretty much 1,000 to 1 on to win this race now. And he is into the pit, shortly to softs, which should enable him to take fastest lap as well. So indeed, he does go to soft tyres. So we would do his out lap, and after that, surely we'll take fastest lap, and he's going to exit still in P1, is he? No, he is going to lose P1 to Archie. And he drops to P3 actually behind Ramon. So, a little bit of an issue, because these guys are close enough that they're getting DRS. Maybe Toby's left it a lap late to come in. And obviously he's going to have a massive pace advantage on the fresh softs, but if he sort of takes 2 or 3, 4 laps to get past, he could lose that advantage quite easily. So Mirage and Dark Mark side by side, going up to turn 4. Mirage looks like he's got the move done. Usually he was on a higher line coming out the corner as well, which usually gives you a better grip, traction, whatever you want to call it. And Mirage now will ideally want to get back ahead, as Toby already looking to make a move on Ramon. I think Toby knows he can't hang about doing this, and he's got the move done on Ramon. And well, in contrast, the move on Archie is going to be simple. Just stay on the back of him here. He's got 90% ERS as well to 43% of Archie. And once he's passed, which is going to be, well, before they reach the DRS line maybe, not quite, just after then. And he will disappear now. And for setting that fastest lap, he's even got DRS down the main straight to help set it. So you'll be gone like a flash now. Ransdell and Dartmark. Dartmark's flashing. Ransdell will be as well though. Again, just the extra grip on the mediums at the moment enables Ransdell to get through. He's another one having a good race today. In their little battle there though, they've just dropped out of the 1 second to Mirage. Mirage could not get past Racing J on the straight. If Mirage had gotten through on that straight last time round, as Fatal goes to the inside of Ozers for turn 1, these two continue their battle. And we've got a yellow flag. It's Mr. Insomniac in the McLaren. Things going from bad to worse for McLaren tonight at the moment. Again, Fatal and Ozers battle. Coming out of turn 4 this time and through the fast left, right, left. So look at the gap that Toby's. He's already 3.5 seconds on the road. Just nothing these guys can do. They are purely battling for P2. Toby sets fastest lap 29.1. I mean, there's drivers that would love to be able to do a 29.1 in qualifying. He's done 29.1 fastest lap. Cheeky boy. Cheeky boy. If he's got any sense now, Toby, you just relax. The tyres will take him away even further regardless. So there's Mirage then on Racing J. And Ransdell even went to have a little look. Realised he wasn't close enough to actually make a move. But I think Mirage could pull away now. Mirage has used a lot of battery though, hasn't he? Well up on battery not so long ago. Down around 25 to 30% now. And in fact, Ransdell gets past at turn 4 on Racing J. So nicely done. As Mr. Insomniac retires in the pits. Why has he done that? Why has he done that? So close to the end. Fatal and Ozers are giving us an absolute masterclass on side-by-side racing here. So as always, obviously Soapy and Mr. Somniac, don't forget you will need to provide proof of unrepairable damage so as not to receive 2 penalty points. Ramon, is he getting a run here? Oh god, they're a lot further around the lap, aren't they? I thought they'd be down at like turn 4 or something. It frustrates me a little with the guys retiring. They just... You've got Moomin, whose race has been, and Stradey for that matter, whose races have been nothing but problems all the way through, and they are still out there, they're still going. Good there, Ramon really lifting and coasting into the final corner. Let's just have a look up and down the field, see if anybody's flashing yellow on the fuel light. No, nobody is, so it looks like everybody's got plenty enough fuel, but really lifting and coasting again into turn 1 is Ramon. So he's clearly got enough fuel to get to the end, but maybe he's trying to save a bit here so that he can really attack Archie later on. There again, really lifting and coasting. Where's our next battle going to come from, guys? God, it's going to be fatal. Nosers, here we go again. Look at the speed advantage with the DRS. My goodness me. Is he going to make the inside of the corner? He's a little bit further right, but does make the corner. Will Nosers come back up to turn 4? Wow. What a fantastic battle these guys have put on for us. And continue to do so with Toby crossing the line to start lap 25. So 5 laps remaining. And he is over 10 seconds out in the lead. So, dare I come away from these guys? Well, yeah, I've got to go to Ramon and Archie again. Just going through turns 1 through 3. I don't think at the moment Ramon is even considering making any sort of move. There you go. Lifts off the power at the 150 meter board. Seriously lifting and coasting. Raj, by the way, is just sneaking up onto the back of Whale. He's just, well, 1.8, 1.9 seconds behind. So he's just sneaking up onto the back of him. Ramon's just maybe lifting and coasting a little bit too much as he's fallen to 8.5 tenths behind, nearly 9, well, over 9 tenths now behind Archie. So Jay gets out of the 1 second there as well. But look, DRS will just bring us right the way back up onto the back of the Mercedes. Such is the power of it. And I don't think he's got any intentions of even attempting a move until the final lap. There's Kishan on his debut race, back up to P11 now. Had drops, I noticed earlier on he was in P15, so had drops a little bit. But he's back up to P11. I don't know if he knows that everybody scores points in a way, but if he doesn't, he's going to feel like he's just got back into the point scoring positions. But as I say, everybody will score points in a way that finishes the race. But it's a nice move on Gunnar. Does run a bit too deep into turn 1 and settles a little bit out of turn 2. That's going to allow Gunnar a run, is it? Maybe not, maybe not. But yeah, nicely done in those two. Who is going to win the Battle of Fatal Nosers? Fatal Nosers. Phasers. The Battle of Phasers. Just got Ramon pretty close to the back of Archie this time. We will know if he's planning simply on making a move the final lap, because it's going to really come up onto the back of Archie here. Well, didn't really get close enough for us to tell, but say if he gets pretty close and lifts, well, he's close enough here. Doesn't touch the overtake at all. So again, as I said, he's leaving that till the very last lap. Marking Racing J, this has been an ongoing battle pretty much throughout, isn't it? Latest on Mirage, he's got the gap down to 1.4, sort of 1.4, 1.5 behind Whale, so he is gradually sneaking up on him, but maybe not quickly enough. such as Toby's pace tonight, he probably could have two-stopped this race, to be honest. I know you might think, well, it's 13 seconds to gap, so he couldn't, but that's even if I had fresh tyres twice, so probably could have. Just like Gunnar, right on the back of Kishan here. Gunnar into the pits. I assume Gunnar are going to go for the fastest lap, but he lost points by doing that. But so it could also have been a case that his tyres were just getting a bit too close for comfort for the final 2 laps, so opted to pit his softs to get the fastest lap instead, maybe. But they come out right on the back of Moomin. Moomin on 7-lap-old softs should be a pretty easy target for the McLaren man. So here it is. Toby's already on to the last lap, but here is going to be the move. And you've got to think that Archie ain't going to have anything to defend this. He's flashing already. You've got a spun Haas. Oh, it's not Mirage. Mirage is spun. There's the move. Mirage is spun out of the penultimate corner. Drops into P8. Oh, Mirage. I can only assume that's in his pursuit of Whale and trying to get that gap down. Can Archie do anything to come back? You wouldn't think so, not with the ERS advantage in a way that Ramon's got. He's just going to need to hold him off. Still seems to have a pretty solid pace, grip advantage on his mediums as well. You did see him doing a lot of lifting and coasting, which has probably helped his tyres, but do still have Dark Mark right on the back of Racing J. They've had a fantastic race all the way through this. Say, the only sort of instant really, or at least that I've seen, is it was the F-Lewis and Gunnar one. Gunnar gets the toe all the way down, and DRS all the way down the pit straight from Moomin, and he's going to try and ruin Toby's day and try and take the fastest lap. He needs to put in a proper quali lap here, Gunnar, to do that. It's Toby, sorry I missed it. Toby wins in Bahrain by 14 seconds. Pole position, race win. At the moment he has the fastest lap, but Gunnar is trying to beat that on the final lap. Archie takes a fantastic podium in P3. Whale, absolutely superb today in P4. Again, back-to-back P4s, and I will speak to him because Ramon is on PlayStation, so I can't speak to him, so I will invite Well. Ransdall's superb today, mate, P5. Racing J, brilliant as well. P6, Dark Mark, great drive again. P7. Mirage, so unlucky, but still takes away a P8. James does fight back to inside the top 10 to take a P9. Kishan on debut takes P10. F. Lewis in the end ends up P11. Ozers P12. Fatal P13. And an absolute shout out to Ozers and Fatal because they had an absolutely superb battle through that second stint. And much of the first as well. Gunnar then finishes, was it P14? And I didn't see it flash up for fastest lap, so I think Toby's got the Grand Slam this time. The game gives driver of the day to James, who's done extremely well, so I will give a shout out to James, but there's just, as much as I don't often, or hardly ever in fact, give driver of the day to the race winner, I can't really not do it today. Toby's been outstanding and takes a Grand Slam, so I think the closest in the running to take it off of him would probably be Whale. there is the podium celebrations. So yeah, Toby did take the fastest lap. So Toby wins from Ramon, Archie third, Whale fourth, Ransdell, Racing J, Dartmark 5, 6, 7, Mirage 8, James 9, Kishan 10 on debut. Well done, Kishan. F Lewis P11, Ozers P12, Fatal 13, Gunnar 14, Moomin 15, Operator 16, and Stroudy P17. Non-finishers, Mr. Insomniac and Sophie Mellons both retire in the pits. And race director, let me just go through that quickly so that the stewards got it. There's not very many at all, in fact hardly anything at all, which is brilliant. And now let's get Toby. Archie. And Whale. Ramon. No problem with Kiss Shannon. Well done, buddy. On debut, picking up a P10.
Hello, Hilly.
Let's just get these three in. Hello, Toby.
Not sure if Raymond and Archie ever joined the parties.
He's on PlayStation, so I can't invite him. So I've
Yeah.
invited Archie and I've invited Whale. I don't really know. I don't know Archie, so whether he'll join or not, I don't know. But I'll send him another invite. Whale as well. So yeah, Archie's joined as well. Fantastic. Hello. Right. Okay, Archie should be with us now as well. Okay, guys, you just make sure you've included your audio for me. Let's hit the box.
Yep.
Excellent. Kishan, you get more than a point, mate. It's not top 10 score. Everybody scores at finishes. So I can't remember what 10th place is, but it's quite a handful of points if I remember rightly. But yeah, well done, Kishan. Okay, well, I'll speak to you first. P4 tonight, buddy. Obviously, I've invited you in because Ramon is on PlayStation, so I can't invite him. So I thought I'd get you in. Superb drive, absolutely superb.
Thank you.
Don't know what else to say about it, really. You tell me. What was the?
It's a bit lonely, to be honest. Once I got away from the train, I was on my own, and then had Mirage chasing me down for the last 10 laps. When he got in my DRS with lap and a half to go, and then spun out at the second last corner. So yeah, it's a bit lonely.
Yeah, did he spin on his own? I didn't see him spin. Yeah. So yeah. I'd say I felt sorry for him. He dropped to P8. He still finished P8, so still did very well. Because he also had a fantastic race tonight as well, up until that point. But earlier on when you were trying to get away from that group, obviously it was your teammate that was directly behind you.
Yes.
So you've got that sort of moment where you may not have thought about it, but some teammates do. The nice teammates think this, where you're trying to pull away from the group, but of course by pulling away, you leave them vulnerable to the DRS. I think
exactly
you did
that.
the right thing. You had to pull away at that point, otherwise you'd have just been caught up with it as well. So
yeah, it's a bit lucky, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going to hold back a bit, but well, yeah, I didn't. Oops.
Right. So very great driving away, mate.
Thank you.
Archie, I'll come to you. Congratulations on P3 tonight. Ramon's done the old save me battery, save me fuel, save everything until the final lap and overtake him. You just didn't have the ERS to battle him at the end there, did you? Yeah. There was one incident I just want to sort of touch on. I won't go into too much detail about it, but might be in a little bit of trouble for one. He just caught the back of Ozers coming out of the right-hander after the fast left, right, left. I guess it was just one of those moments you're on absolute fresh tyres and he's on worn tyres. Oh. Oh, apologies then. I was on board with you, and it looked like you tagged the back of him and he spun round. That's what it looked like. Right. Fair enough, yeah. If he spun on his own, yeah, it's just you were so close that it did, you know. But yeah, fair enough then. In that case, nothing happened. It was just a great drive. No, really well done, and glad to have you. And you're battling away up there for podiums. So hopefully you can continue to do that moving forward. Toby, Grand Slam, pole,
Yeah.
race win, fastest lap with a 29.1. There's drivers that would give anything to do that in qualifying.
Yeah. It cost me all my battery.
But it didn't matter, did it? Because you're on fresh sauce, and
Yeah.
your tyre advantage was so much that you could use it, and just then, you could take it easy the rest of the race if you wanted to. You still pulled out at 13 seconds, but
Yeah. I was surprised. I was surprised coming out the pits. I was so close to Raymond and Archie because I thought they were going to be at least 2 or 3 seconds ahead. But I think my in lap I pushed quite a bit, so I managed to come out not far behind, and then I got Raymond in the same lap, and then got DRS from Archie, which is then what I used for my fastest lap.
Yeah. So yeah, we caught all that, and yeah, I was just a little bit worried when you sort of you're not worried, but I was a little bit sort of, well, he's come out behind the two of them. They're battling. They're giving each other DRS. But the tyre advantage on softs just proved way too much.
Yeah, it's why I always like to save a set of softs just in case I ever have the pace to do something like that. Because I think if Raymond was quicker than as quick as I thought he would be tonight, I definitely would have just done the same strategy as them.
Yeah. Well, you could have done the same strategy and just walked home with a win,
Yeah.
But ultimately, you've got to take these little advantages where you can. Carsey not here, Mamo not here.
Yeah.
So, by doing what you did, you almost guaranteed the fastest lap. Guna did have a go at the end to try and beat it. But,
yeah. I mean, because I want to keep try and keep my fastest lap streak for the next as many races as I can. So I thought, right, the tyre wear's good enough, so I'll go really long, put some softs on, bang in the fastest lap, and then as soon I saw Guna pit, I was like, oh my god! And he's really close to do it. I think his last lap was a 29.3, but he made a mistake in turn 1, he went over the curb. So if he'd have if he'd have took that first corner properly, he would have had it.
Fair enough, yeah. Well, you've maximised obviously the absences.
Yeah.
So it's also going to be fantastic for the championship.
Definitely,
for yourself. Yeah, I mean, where are we next week, Whale?
Oh.
Australia, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always liked driving Australia. It can go wrong. Let's put it that way. But hopefully we'll be all right on Tuesdays, I think. But
yeah, I do prefer the old layout. Actually, I prefer with the chicanes, and especially the last sector now. After the back straight, and you got that really sharp curb that sticks up 5 meters high.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
You don't touch it. It's a horrible corner that now, and yeah, and it actually hurts the overtaking opportunity as well because it causes contacts. I think because before the guy on the inside could use the curb, but he needs to avoid it now, and it's So I don't like that. And then the straight is just an overtaking thing, isn't it? It's just to add a DRS zone and overtake. Whereas I think, it was better before because that chicane was tricky on exit as well. So it was I liked it.
Now
before.
you can you can just if someone's going up your inside, it's so easy to just get a switchback on them and keep the position and just do that for the whole race.
Yeah, and it's
So if anything, it's made it worse. But
they've stuck a DRS zone there. It was already a great overtaking opportunity, we're just getting the slipstream in ERS. But because they stuck DRS there, it's just you just fly past people. I'm with you. I prefer the older layout, but there we go. What about you, Archie? Is it a good one for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the right-hander, right? Where you can, yeah, you sort of throw it into that corner, and you can use loads of curb on the exit and sort of but straighten up the wheel. It's it's nice. It is a good one. It feels good when you get it right. Yeah, that's not so good then. But what about you? Well,
Yeah, I love Australia. One of my favourites.
I feel
Great
like you're
fun.
not telling the truth.
No, anything
You,
apart from Japan, mate.
anything apart from Japan.
Oh,
Okay, so when's Monaco then? Are we doing Monaco?
I don't think we're
no, I
doing
don't
it
think
this
there was
season.
enough.
You
There
bottled it, didn't you?
wasn't. Yeah.
That's a
Well, the
shame.
game comes out too close to the end of the season.
Ah, so you got rid of Monaco. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Um, okay, guys, I think that's it for tonight. So, driver of the day goes to Toby as well because he's got a grand slam.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
say that
first one of the season, I
where
think.
yeah. Well, I will say that you were absolutely the closest to taking that off of him, but
Right.
yeah. There were, but there were some great drives out there, and also some guys at the back that kept going regardless. So fair play to them as well. Anyway, guys, we'll see you next week, same time, 8 o'clock, for what track was it? Australia.
Yeah.
Australia, and so we'll see you for that. Don't forget, tomorrow night we are live with the Gunners, so please join him for Zandvoort. And then on Thursday we're at Baku on the Dark March stream, so come and join us for that greatest track, apart from Spa, the greatest track of all time. So there we go. I'll be back on Friday night for PRF1 at 8:30, so I'll see you then. Good night, God bless, enjoy the rest of your weeks.